Hey, roomies, did you know this?
Lanny Smoot. He has over 100 patents and a boundless sense of wonder.
There's no mistaking that signature sound and glow. An icon of science fiction.
This is my lab.
That Jedi lightsaber brought into the real world by Disney's research and development team in Glendale, California.
How long did it take to come up with this?
It was a few tries.
Yeah?
A few early models. And the key is to have a uniform blade, very bright, and full retraction into the hilt. And those were the challenges with something like this.
Lead inventor Lanny Smoot loves a challenge, dreaming up ideas at Disney Imagineering for the last 25 years.
Bridge the gap for me, if you will, between storytelling and invention.
Sometimes you'll have an invention that inspires a story, right? Sometimes I'll hear a good story and realize that a specific technology can make it real. So the two things support each other. My peers on the movie side of things can fake things with computer-generated effects in movies. I have to make them for real.
From live-action props to interactive theme park attractions, he uses science to create joy. But Smoot says his own story was improbable. Growing up in Brownsville, Brooklyn, with a wealth of ideas and encouragement, but very little means.
When I was quite young, probably 12 years old, I saw a unicycle rider. I said, I want one of those. My parents were poor. I made a unicycle by taking the front wheel off of a tricycle because it had the pedals, banging a pipe onto the top of it, putting a bicycle seat on top of that, and rode that around.
Let me guess, you weren't wearing a helmet either.
I wasn't wearing a helmet, and by the way, those tires are not pneumatic. They're not air-filled, so it was a bumpy ride. And I never wanted to ask my parents for a real unicycle, but one day I came home, and it was a unicycle laying up against my bed, because my dad said, I saw you clunking along on the street.
He credits his father for that initial spark.
As early as I can remember, he brought home a battery, a bell, a little light bulb. I was probably 5 years old. He gets the light bulb to light and the bell to ring, and that light lit my entire career.
A career that began at Bell Labs, where for 22 years he made strides in fiber optics and broadband systems. But his greatest pride is his most recent invention.
So what do we have here?
This is the hollow tile floor. It is the world's first omnidirectional, multi-person treadmill floor. It can have any number of people on it, so it's like having an infinite walking surface, but in a finite size.
I'm entering the ship's holodeck, where images of reality can be created by...
Inspired by another sci-fi technology.
I reasoned that it won't work unless you have a floor surface that can have everybody on that floor moving in any direction they want. They might be in VR, but how do you solve the floor problem? This is the solution.
So we're going to let you control our chair here.
Okay.
And I got quite the demo.
I'm just going to teach you the controls to our game here.
Okay.
I think he's been practicing. He's really good.
I could do this all day.
Not to mention a little Jedi training. It's all part of why Smoot now joins the National Inventors Hall of Fame.
This gallery of icons is actually a patented wall.
Rini Paiva is their vice president of selection and recognition.
I think we're